Mojang are pretty known for making some amazing content in Minecraft, but the weird, wacky, and wonderful stuff are actually created on snapshots you may have never heard of. Here is 15 amazing things added into the game that you may have never heard of.
Pink withers are a friendly, adorable version of the wither we know and love. They turn sheep pink, leave love hearts wherever they shoot, and grow flowers and long grass with each shot. They are summoned by putting a rose on top of a pink wall, and they look so adorable. Creeper? Aw, cute. This creeper is so happy to be here, unlike his cousin, the normal creeper, who just wants to ruin your day. Even the creeper head is smiling. The smiling creeper spawns naturally, and before you freak out that your life is about to flash before your eyes, they don't damage you or leave an explosion for that matter, they just turn into poppies. A finale made for the happy little guy. Boats, by their nature, are supposed to float, but if you wanted to sink, well, just craft it out of obsidian. This was added in the same snapshot of the previous two, and is crafted in the exact same way as a boat, and obsidian is, well, heavy, so you just sink instead. I can't think of much use from this boat, but I guess if you wanted to prank your friends, go for it. Low on battery? Phone about to die? Just plug it into the USB block. This block was added in a weird snapshot called 1.RV Pre-1. Crafting is pretty simple, just a cauldron with a gold and a redstone added into the mix. They give the same redstone signal as a block of redstone, 15, and generally look really cool. Funnily enough, they have a blast resistance of 30, which is far more than your average block, probably a reference to how USB cables can survive obliteration and still function like brand new. On the same snapshot, two other items were added, the ankle monitor and the smarter watch. The ankle monitor attaches to the foot armor slot and once added cannot be removed. Not only would you be under house arrest, but you will also gain a permanent slowness 1 effect. Even better, if you move away from the world spawn, you get a message telling you that you need to go home and be a good boy. These also occur in other dimensions. The smartwatch, on the other hand, is a far more useful item. It goes into the offhand slot and will display the current time of the Minecraft world. We need at least this item back in the game. I can do without the ankle monitor though, let's be honest. And now, my favourite feature ever added into Minecraft, the Funky Portal. I have an entire video exploring these amazing portals on my channel if you're interested. Funky portals are simply portals that have infinite dimensions, each one taking you to a whole new dimension. Created by throwing a book from the box of infinite books into a normal portal, it gains a random colour and the dimensions are unreal. I definitely recommend checking these out because these are the best things ever added into Minecraft. The ant block is a very unique item added into Minecraft. When placed on white concrete, it moves and simulates Langton's ant. It's a very unique and weird block, and I shed more light on them in my Funky Portals video if you're interested. They have infinite blast resistance and can break bedrock. When you think of stairs, there's no way to determine which one has the most swag out of all of them. It's just a calculation that cannot be done. Luckily, Mojang added the swaggiest stairs ever into the game. These are stairs in the variant of the netherite block, not like you would want to make stairs from them anyway, and can only be mined with a netherite pickaxe. They're just incredible to look at, and why would you ever want to place them with a name like the swaggiest stairs ever? Eggs are pretty useless besides making some cake, so I want my chickens a little more diamondy. Luckily, there is a diamond chicken that can do exactly that. The diamond chicken can spawn naturally and will lay diamonds and lapis lazuli instead of eggs like normal chickens. There's also a 5% chance it will just combust and explode, so be careful if you're planning on making a farm with these lovely chickens.
The block of coal and stained glass. Wait, what? You all know this already exists in Minecraft. Well, these were added way before they would exist in normal Minecraft. Like, this is 2013 Minecraft we're talking about here. The block of coal did not work like the block of coal we use today in Minecraft and were purely visual. Likewise with the stained glass, it was actually called tinted glass before it got renamed, and functioned very similarly to the modern version. Players loved these items so much they eventually got properly released, and we couldn't be happier. Torches are essential for lighting up our caves and stopping mob spawning, so what would happen if they just randomly burned out? This feature was added in the joke snapshot of Minecraft 2.0, and torches would randomly burn out at any given time. They could be relit with a flint and steel, which is a plus, but I'm glad this feature didn't stay, would be too much hassle relighting them all. A very fine item. No, literally that's what it's called. This weird item is just a grass block with the words "Home Sweet Home" on top of it. The item doesn't do anything besides going inside an item frame to add some jazz to your home. It's found in the isolation dimension, more on that in the Funky Portals video, otherwise does not spawn naturally. A really weird item. We've talked about smiling creepers, we've seen normal creepers, now get ready for the nerd creeper. I kid you not, this is an actual mob in Minecraft. Introduced in the joke update 3D shareware, this creeper has huge glasses and a lab coat, however they are just a reskinned creeper, so be careful near them. On death they drop an item called 3D, which we'll talk about next. The 3D item, also in the same snapshot, is an edible item that simply says 3D. As mentioned, they only drop from killing nerd creepers, and hovering over it tells us it's very tasty, I think? The cool thing about this item is when eaten on a full hunger bar, it shows the development team of Minecraft. Let's finish off on a high note. Or a high pyramid. Brick pyramids were introduced super early into the game, like before Minecraft was even in alpha. Unfortunately, almost all of these old versions are lost to time, so I had to recreate what this would have looked like. The main point of these even existing was so that the players could get the item bricks, as there was no crafting recipe at the time. I hope you enjoyed these amazing facts about the weird snapshots in Minecraft. Leave a like and subscribe if you're interested in more videos. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.